Hey, when are you gonna fly? You're up next. Get up there. Did you paint that plane yourself? No. Did your daddy help you? Did you help him? All right. He's a good guy, huh?
He's just flying.
Into tape 2, the advanced flyers have started flying. Expert to be flown, appearance awards to be awarded. 3 separate concourse awards today, 1 for every class. It's just been a vicious windy day, but we have really had nobody. I think there's only been 1 crash. Rick Jacobone, toward the end of the last tape, crashed. Other than that, they've just been flying one right after another here. Only tuning up his CA-51. He's the winner of the concourse award in advance. How many RPMs you set this at, Bill? This is a 51 or a 60?
11-1.
11-1 with a 51?
Yeah. 18-inch.
18-inch pipe? Yeah, I've had real good luck at 18 inches. Sounds nice and healthy. You got that pipe with the big hole in the back, huh? Yeah, I like that one too.
Got your pipe ready yet?
I got 5. Oh, lucky catch. Lucky catch. Oh, yeah. All right. Beginner's luck. Anyway, the wind is getting ferocious. Oh yeah, the air's getting nice and smooth on that back circle. Oh yeah.
What's that, a B-38 maybe?
The biplane? No.
I mean, one of those 38 specials?
Yeah, 38 special, yeah. I think it's a Brodak kit. Terror of Long Island. Had a good first flight. I gotta give you credit, Dwayne. It's breaking my heart to, but you really did have a good first flight. That'd be a good name for a plane, the Crazy Canuck.
Man, this is service.
We didn't want to rush you or anything.
You guys put my ship.
Only because you're the vice president.
Right. Because you've made unlimited contributions.
Hola, Salima.
Hola, Salima.
All the marbles and dominoes.
I don't know audition for the Jerry Springer show right now? Or what's that other thing? The one where the guy got killed? Sally Jesse or something?
That was, what's her name with the red glasses? What's her name?
Jenny Jones.
No.
You can tell I never watched this stuff, right? Oprah. Oh no, she's the other one. We don't know what the hell we're talking about. Why are we even talking? It gets totally immersed in oil. Oh, nice. No respect, huh, Mary?
That was 10 minutes ago with the fox.
No respect.
Look at a pilot shaking in the cockpit. Oh, Sally, tighten the seatbelt. Whoa.
All right, we're waiting for Andy Lee's twin going up next. Fueling it up. Twin P38. What does he have, 220s on here or 230s? 225s.
There you go.
Where's Bob?
It doesn't look bad.
You'll be able to fix that, no problem. Box boy, Joe?
That's it, I'm the guy.
You come from Arizona and you're the box boy. Anyway, down the other field, John Saunders and his daughter. Now I need to know, who's the king of Long Island as of right now? I won't look at the scoreboard. Who's the king of Long Island? How long is that going to last? Last time I looked and you were the king.
To the next flight.
The next flight. Are we going to see, are you going to knuckle down?
That's it.
Get that tip weight out.
White knuckles.
White, it's white knuckle time, huh? I know it.
Yeah, flying out there, some of that looked exciting.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad, really. It was probably looked better from outside than it did inside. No, I mean, it probably looked better.
What do you need, Mike? You need some hardware?
256.
A little 256?
No, we don't use 256 for anything. What do you need to use it on? Oh, for a cowl bolt?
Yeah, the cowl must have fallen off. I didn't see it.
Why a piece
No, I don't use 256 for anything.
I got it, but I got to go back.
It's a shame all the Mustang hardware is 256. Except for the little wide. The whole thing was just a little wide.
And the square 8. That got a little exciting on one leg.
They wanted to do it.
Some good, some bad.
Mike Palco, one of our real up-and-comers, young man. Don Herdman up next. Breeze is still blowing away, baby. And I see a battery light come on. I don't know how much of this flight we're going to get. Let's see how much we can get of Don's flight. We don't get to see Don fly more than about once or twice a year. There is blustery. And we're looking at a couple more advanced flights and they'll be ready to start Expert. It's hard to appreciate if you've never been flying at this field just how crazy the air can get from time to time. Today is one of our crazier days, and what'll happen a lot of times is right in the middle of it you'll just get a wind shift, or it'll just totally die to the point where you have to back up. But so far we only have had, geez, just the one. And Sleepy Dawson wiped off the gear off his plane too on takeoff. So really we've only had one relatively serious mishap the whole day, which is amazing, which is good. It really was good to see Tom McLean's Crusader and his Phantom and his, what, 3 planes today. The Argus, just very reminiscent of, boy, things gone by. So glad I got to see the Crusader fly too. I really was, I've been corresponding with Tom by email and most of the steps of the way, and it's been, I know it's been an exciting project for him. It's an exciting project for me to see come to fruition. And I know if Harold was still alive, he'd be very, very happy to see people still appreciate his handiwork. Nice elliptical wing here. This is, I believe, one of the designs that was published by Les Nering years ago. And Don has 2 of these. I think he has the original one that Les Nering was in the magazine, the green one. This one's real pretty, nice paintwork. All right, he got through the whole pattern here. Andy Lee's fabulous. Twin engine, T38. Looks like the wind got him on that one. And it is bad, believe me. It's amazing that guys are getting through the pattern as well as they are. This is what's known as the wimp pen. All the wimps hang out here. Guys that don't want to get out in the sun and work hard for their money. All right, Andy. You like those bagels?
We're going on my third one.
There's a secret potion in those bagels.
So when they say, have you seen Dave around? We say, yeah, around.
You seen Dave?
Go around like a bagel.
You know what happens when you eat one of those? You have to go right to the restroom, and you find out it's $2 to use the restroom. That's how he pays for the bagels. Now in the nude nostalgia category, we have 2 entries.
When you get to retire, explain to them this is the topless entry.
Right. Representing the Puerto Rican stunt team. Get a bra, Joe G. Oh, look at his gloves. He thinks he's Michael Jackson. Woo! Wait till Peggy sees this video.
He's a trolling chopper now.
I thought guys that moved to Arizona can stand the heat. Look at this. Where's Suarez? Suarez! Look at Suarez doesn't even want to launch his fellow countrymen. Come on, Billy.
I'll even launch you. What are you talking
Forget about it. There's plenty of Polacks, but there's only 2 Puerto Ricans.
So here we have the new topless category.
The new topless. Oh, man. Joe, you've been going to too many go-go bars in Tucson. That's the problem.
I vote Joe in as Miss Nude New Jersey.
Miss Nude Circle Burner. Boy, you got to take a lot of riff to get your shirt off around here. Showing that those gym visits are paying off.
Hey, at our age, you got to have the big ones to take your shirt off. Of course, at Joe's age, he's getting hard of hearing, so he doesn't hear all our remarks. That's right, he doesn't hear our remarks.
I'll just edit this out of his copy of the tape. Hut it! Hut! Over on the Nostalgia Circle, they're smoking up the sky here. What a day. Put the vents in, and then after the plane is all buff, the last thing, put it in an eyelet and let the eyelet get rough, and put it in with epoxy. Now tell me the story behind this picture, which I'm sure there is a story.
This is Darryl Greenemeyer's RB-104 Starfighter that he built in 1977-78 out of the wrecks of 15 different Starfighters.
Okay.
And he got an engine bootleg from the Puerto Rican Air National Guard, and then he went out and he set the world's low-altitude speed record. And when he did that with this thing, it was over 1,000 knots per hour, about 100 feet off the ground in the high desert of California. He destroyed 2 automobiles that were along the track.
Windows?
Knocked them right out. No, he blew the tops right off of them. And one was a Mercedes, real expensive. And he collapsed the top. You could see it as the shockwave as it came over. The top went down and it came right back off the car. And the same thing happened to the car on the other end of the track. He ended up losing this in 1978 out at Edwards. He was doing a test run, getting ready to go for the high altitude record, where, you know, maximum altitude climb.
Oh, okay.
And he had the plane just about right. He went out and did a test flight, came back, was getting ready to land over at Mojave Airport, and the right main wouldn't lock down. And he didn't have tip tanks on it. So you can't belly this thing in, because what it'll do is drag a wingtip and it'll kill you. It'll cartwheel. And so he ended up,
punched out?
Yeah, he went over to Edwards and he tried to get the main to lock down by bouncing the left main on the runway. And they finally told him to beat it because he was running low on gas. So he went out over Muroc Dry Lake and he ejected. And That was the end of the aircraft. Yeah, 1978.
Everything that I've ever seen named the Red Baron comes to a very sad end at the end of it.
Yeah.
Except for my model, which is on its way to England.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I showed this to Billy.
Oh, that's your stuff?
Yeah, this is a great book put out about the California Air National Guard. And different F4s that the unit I was with flew. The thing I always loved was the fin flash. I thought it was the best fin flash of any unit around I'd ever seen. Some of them have been civilianized. This is over at Mojave Airport.
Does anybody privately own one of these? Are there any privately owned by?
No, you can't privately own an F4. You can get the government to loan it to you for test work.
Okay.
This is an interesting shot. This was in 1987 when we changed from F4Cs to F4Es. So we went from one without a gun to one with a gun.
Bill Mazzoni going up. PA 51 on a pipe. SV 11. Now I picked the concourse winners today in the 3 classes, and I picked Bill. Head and Shoulders the best one in this class. Oh yes, nice air. This is circle burner. There we go, the little wing waggle over the top. Circle burner air at its best. Slip sliding away. got me nervous, guy. I don't think this will be an overrun.
Nice flight, Bill.
All right, Bill. You left out the hourglass.
Wait up.
Round one expert starting right now.
Wendy Ortnowski's first official at Circle Burners, famous Lincoln Park.
Tom Morris tried to record the last flight. I don't know. It's crazy air here. We're just having fun, trying to survive. Bill Suarez, next expert up. We're in the middle of the expert rounds. Bill always very competitive at this field. And one of the oddities so far, oddities of stun, is Bill has never won this cup yet. He's won the Mass Cup, I think, 3 or 4 times, 2 times, I'm not sure. But this will be a new one. If he wins the cup today, hey. So he's got his crew here rooting for him. Air looks, well, you could figure it out. It's been mean, it's been lean, it's been green. Anyway, Billy and I always enjoy the competition. I'm not sure how they plan on running this, if they plan on going to the second round of expert or flying the top 5 or what. I'm not sure how if they're trying to do it within some kind of a time window, but I'm not sure how this is working out so far. All right, Bill Suarez, first official. Got the Big Jim 60, Bolly prop, carbon prop. Bill has a unique high RPM Super Tiger 60 setup. Been very successful. He was in the top 10 at the Nats last year. Very successful at the team trials. Always a force to be reckoned with. And I guess we're all kind of rooting for him here. I don't know why I'm rooting for him. See him get his name on that cup, and that would be, I'm sure, something he'd enjoy. And then we could make him pay for dinner. You can see the air. Whee! It's funky. And we had I went off at 10.5. I'm sure next flight we're going to go off at 10.6 or 10.7. Get a little more drive through, if possible. Oh, you can see the wing rock and level flight. Geez, when you're at the handle, you can just see roundels jumping around and Asian stripes and checkerboards. And Bill's running a lot faster than I was, and that's a smart move on this field. Smart move. Okay, Bill. Next up, an expert, first round, Tom Morris. Living back in Massachusetts, we hope we're going to see him at all local contests. Building a new PM full size. And I guess somebody who's just had the time of their life today, Tom McLean, his wife, and brought all his models and Crusaders and Phantoms and flying 7 different classes. And won the appearance award in his class. I guess he's going to be going home a happy puppy. All right, Tom Morris running, up and running, first official. So you can see the air here is getting crazier by the minute. I don't believe it. Whee! Bowling Ball City. Here comes a bowling ball right now. I can feel it there. I can see it out on his wing. Oh yes, we're at the circle burner field. Woo! Hang tough, Tommy. Hang tough. Anyway, my goal, as always, is to try to include everybody in on the video, get everybody's somewhere, their picture, what their latest thing they're working on, what their accomplishments are, what their frustrations are. The idea is we're all part of a big family album, hopefully. We'll all be around for a long time yet to put a lot more pages in that album. But today's pages are always going to be memories of this bumpy air, of which this is not the first, and it won't be the last, but it's always a good memory. Anyway, I'm sure Tom's glad that flight is over. Tom Morris. Example of the wind blowing this way. I think I'll go this way. I think I'll go this way. And now I'll die. Now I'll go this way. And if nobody thinks I'm going to change, I'll just get a big bowling ball going out here. What happened to our original windsock? It turned inside out. So this was an impromptu windsock. We've been, yep, there we go, floundering around all day. Rudy Ryback. Rudy and Dwayne are having this intense, very intense rivalry. I think today Dwayne's got the nose up on him. Anyway, Rudy made some handle adjustments. Let's see if he can pull one out of the hat here. All right, Rudy, time to pull one out of the hat on Dwayne here. Rudy, so far it looks like the changes you made between flights are working for you here. Let's see. Had the handle on the big side. This still looks like it's on the big side. Maybe you could come down even more. think Dwayne's gonna have to fly. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out right away. Good when you have these rivalries like this. Both guys are working really hard to outdo each other. And they work together. The only complaint Rudy has is that Dwayne's a little cheap when it comes to paying for the pizza. An old Grindax PA61 on the back circle. Running a rear exhaust muffled PA61. You can pretty much get the picture here. Doesn't matter what motor you're running today. The wind is usually the winner. Mother Nature is not held back by displacement. Dan Banjock, first official. All right, Danny baby. Dan gave me a sound, shall we say, can whipping about, well, I don't know, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. A well-deserved win. And he's, oh! He really does want to give me a sound can whipping. Whoops. Dan is always good at this field, very good skill. And his Mustang, believe me, is going to be one of the, I hope, premier planes of all time. We're all pulling from to get. If Steve DeJulia would only help him with the finish, he said Steve is no help at all. Steve, give the guy a hand. We need more semi-scale planes out here, big time. Big semi-scale. Anyway, we'll go over there later and see how the judges are sorting this one out. At this field, almost nothing gets decided on the first round anyway. It's almost totally meaningless. And from time to time, the air will get a little better on the second round, and everybody's score will go skyrocketing. Dan, as far as I know, still has the double star 50 in this. Another good running motor. He had a Tiger 46, double star 50. He's got a PA61 for his Mustang, like Palco, same exact thing. And boy, did I know the work he put into that canopy mold. Mamma mia. And maybe Joe and I can use that same canopy mold. We'll have to pay him royalties. Anyway, I'm going to pay him in part by letting him use that ignition engine and see if he can teach me something about ignition engines. I really like to get into having an ignition plane. And obviously I have a good philosophy here. Since I don't know anything about it, I'm going to the people that know what they're hopefully doing and can help me out. I'm kind of begging on my knees here, but I need to be able to run that Anderson Spitfire. And then maybe over the winter I'll build up something. But I want a plane that everybody can fly. I don't want to have a one-off. Not interested in being the dominant force in anything. I'd like to just have the dominant force in having fun. Dan's getting through real nice here. Every once in a while, Dan's been known to put on a low bottom just to thrill a crowd. videos that you're enjoying. People that don't live in this part of the country, or this, and now with Elliott Scott in this part of the world, we're able to share these contests with us thanks to Elliott's work. We're able to get all these videos, all 700 of them in PAL mode. People in Europe already are biting, chafing at the bit to share flying at the circle burner contest. Well, guys, eat your heart out. You missed a good one today. And it's because of video that, like now, I've never been to VSC, just never have been able to fit that into my business family life. But I'm able to share it through people that send me videos. And I hope that those people, I'll be sending a copy of this video to, and we can share the whole hobby. We're certainly going to be making an all-out effort to do John Brodak's contest. There's over 300 entries, I've heard. And we're going to do a little bit of show and tell here. Of course, there's a picnic. And of course, the biggest thing of it all is we're going to have 3 days of all modeling fun. It's like being in heaven. I'll get any angle you want, and you know, I've been known to give away a tape or two in my time. You're a candidate. I know you're putting in some effort out there at Flushing. I'm glad you got that thing revived, boy. It needed some help.
Sure did. I think we're going to be all right.
Yeah, we're going to try to make the meet there. August 7th?
8th.
August 8th? Okay. That's just before my birthday. Maybe I'll win.
My birthday's
You give me a birthday cake and an ass whipping out there. This is Ken Sleepy Dawson. He's finished with his pattern here. I just got in place. He offered graciously to help me out at the Nats with a little bit of his expert coaching. He's one of the best in my book. He knows how to stay focused. He knows how to stay out in the hot sun and beat me to a pulp. So when we get to the Nats, look for Kenny to do a little bit of a beat-up job on Poor Windy. Tom McLean getting ready for Flight 2 with the Harold Price Crusader. Bill Hummel, if you're seeing this, eat your heart out. We could have a Valkyrie and a Crusader here on the same field at the same time. Now, since I've already got one of Tom's flights, I promised Dave Eiskens I'd try to get his flight. Dave's making some, what I call good contributions to the Flushing cause. Since Joe Ortiz has left, they've needed a leader and somebody to run the contest and things like that, and he's certainly looks like he's going to be able to help fill in. Well, one thing I love about these Crusaders is the wing shape. Anyway, Tom, we've enjoyed sharing the day with you, but I got to get Dave's flight. And it's the idea of everything we do to include everybody. There is room in the hobby for everybody except Dave Eiskens. Come on, Dave. This is a Bob Whiteley design, a Derringer 46 size ship. We've had pictures on our subscriber videos many times of this ship. Dave at one time was a competitor of Dave Midgley's and Rick Campbell. They all would fly together and compete together and rub elbows and bump heads and tip cows over and things that they do in New England that they think are funny, but all right, Dave. Dave was the runner-up for the concourse voting. And all you got to do is make sure Tom Morris doesn't show up next time and you got a concourse run here. nice that we have these appearance awards. Years and years ago, there was only one, and of course, kind of a letdown for the guys in intermediate. Everybody likes to get an appearance award if they've worked hard on a finish, buffing and whatever, or just doing some quality modeling. And good to hear that Dave has a final thought. Dave will be out at Brodax. Look forward to working and flying with him. Dave Eiskins, New York City. Suarez bored to death. He said, you should have built 2 Phantoms instead of a Crusader. Come on, Tom. Love that Crusader. Bill, if you only know, I know you're just eating your heart out that you don't have your Valkyrie done, but boy, a lot of good memories wrapped up in Harold Price's designs. Hey, Bill, give him a spanking. Dave Eiskin's second official. Now, we spent a good part of this day with Dave. We've been longtime friends, even though we haven't seen each other in a couple of years. But I spent the most of the time trying to get him to try a shorter arm handle, to give him a little more leverage, a little more corner. That's what we're after here now. I want to, obviously we're going to pass a copy of this on to him, but I think there's a lot of potential in this plane that he hasn't used yet, just because the handle geometry is hurting him. Any handle that has long arms on a small plane is really not a handicap, but on a big plane like this, a plane that's a little heavy, or if you're flying in heavy wind, it can just make you crazy. We're in the middle of the second round of expert. Bob Lampione still has to fly, 1969 national champion. I'm trying to think who else hasn't had their flight yet. And then the winner, of course, will be flying the winner of intermediate, the winner of advanced will all get one extra flight to try to up their score, and the person who ups it the most or goes down the least, then with this air it may be down the least, who knows. Anyway, they will be the winner of the Red Reinhardt Cup. Now what I'm looking for here on the square is a clean rotation. A rotation being a plane comes in and turns, doesn't slide. Slide, 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 slide. Dave, when you see this video, you're not going to believe it. That's called a slide. Plane's actually coming in and doing this. You want to see a clean rotation. Now it seems to rotate a little better on outsides. Certainly not anything to write home about, though. And that rotation is not in the plane, it's in the handle. Dave, I think the video will help you a whole lot into getting the program that you want going here. And it's not a flying skill thing, it's a mechanical thing that you have to use to your advantage instead of having a handicap. And the whole thing depends on having a relationship with somebody that you can holler at them, that you can tell them the truth, that you can be honest. If you don't have that relationship, you really can't do much. Can't be much of a help to them. All right, let's see the square 8 here. I mean, compare this even to any of the other, to any of the people in expert. Experts usually have a more highly defined corner. The only way I can put it. And that's usually what gets you to 38s and 39s, is when you can go, whoa. And then that and hold the bottom, and you're really doing well. Anyway, we are coming up near the end of the day. I wanted to get all the official fly-off flights, so it may not be possible. Sometimes the classes are all over at different times. But we really have had a great day. It's really been a fun day. Good to see a lot of people we haven't seen in a long time. A great turnout in nostalgia. Record turnout in Tampa stunt, old-time stunt. Certainly going to be a day we all remember. And Dave, I hope from this day and from the time we spend here that it's going to ultimately be a big benefit to you. And then next time we're going to see you is out at John Brodak's, and we'll get some practice in. Happy birthday to Andy's. Who's that? Your son or your daughter's birthday? My daughter's. Okay. If you're a video subscriber, you know last year, the year before, I don't remember. Yeah, last year. Kyle lunched this plane out and we fixed it in an all-night, overnight session. Steve DeJulia did some work on it. We did some work down at my house. Good to see he's still getting flights out of it. Absolutely amazing. Gets to wear the crown, the King of Long Island, for the next year.
Well, so far, the first contest I got, I won it. Well, actually, I'm sorry, second.
It's the shirt. I think the shirt is doing it. Rudy, I got your second flight back there. You better give him a congratulating hug. There's no hard feelings.
Congratulations.
All right. Friends to the end, and this is the end.
My second flight was last row.
Nice.
I make a nice stunt ship, huh?
What size is that? It doesn't look that big.
Oh, yeah.
It is?
What?
60 size?
Yeah, 60 size, yeah. Rear exhaust with a muffler back here. You really can't put a pipe underneath it. That look nice, Mike? Rudy, you wanna make a profile version, Rudy?
You know what? I already got one.
A Mustang?
Yeah. P51B.
Look at this.
Nah, this is a D. And this is the more, this is the one from Boeing. This is the more scale one, the more scale of the two.
Yeah. Right.
Exactly the same amount of square inches as our Spitfires have.
Wow.
Exactly, to the inch.
Is this the one Banjock is building?
No, Dan's is a straight wing. This has dihedral.
Yeah, I noticed that. That's why I wasn't sure. I don't remember his wing. That's right.
Keep him away. Get him away from Mike.
Now, the deal is if I can manage to make a mold for the carbon fiber body, when anybody wants to build one, they just need to get plans, build a wing and tail. How cool is that?
That's cool. I like that.
500, that's for the landing gear kit.
Looks tight.
Retract.
I think it's gonna be a great project. This is what we're gonna do on video next winter. Gonna make 2 of them.
What kind of retract?
Bill Suarez on the back circle. I think they're done with intermediate. He's flying Tom McLean's replica of the design, his design, the Phantom. Oh, this has been a very great, unbelievable day. So many nostalgia projects, so many cool things. Just unbelievable to see so many people back. People we thought we lost, we haven't seen in a long while, like Dave Eiskens. People that haven't been to the Circle Burner Field in a while, like Bill Suarez. New people, like not new people. People haven't been around in a while, Tom McLean. We've got them all. John Saunders on the back circle with his Cardinal. Super Tiger 60. Looks like we may even get a little bit improvement in the air here. You can't really count your chickens yet. Count your Zlotys or whatever. And then once all the classes are done, this is going to be the end of advanced, I think, here soon. We'll have each person gets a flight in front of the same judges to try to up their score, and then they do this massive calculation with a calculator to find out who gets to take the Red Reinhardt Cup home for another year. I really hope you're enjoying the tape. I love the idea that we can share this with our friends in Europe now, friends in Germany, all our friends in England, of course. Elliot will be making copies in PAL mode. By the time you see this, there'll already be copies made, copies circulating. Just adds another nice dimension to our ability to share the hobby with everybody. And I'm sure we're going to, at this year's Brodak meet, have some of the greatest video of all time. Some of the most fun, preserved forever on tape. All the memories, all the good flights, all the friends. And as years go by, and in my own case, some of my friends have already passed on, like Harold Price, Mike Karavich, some of the people I was very close to, and having them on video, I don't think they're ever really dead as long as we have them on video. As long as somebody remembers them. I think it's a very significant thing. And it's something, we're the first generation in the history of mankind that has this ability to preserve things on video economically and make it that everybody can share in the adventure. Boy, if you only could go back to the beginning of the stunt event, back into the 40s, 50s, 60s, and if they had video cameras, just imagine what a treasure those old footage copies would be. It'd be unbelievable. Still working on his amazing O-gauge railroad. Shelley, how do you like that?
Beautiful.
This man knows his dope finishing. He's a master. A master of the spray gun.
Who's that?
I learned everything I know from this guy in Rutherford.
Ooh! Ooh, how tacky.
Did you trade him?
Look at that.
Yeah,
He's one of my prime. He is the prime student.
He taught me just about everything I know about how to do this.
Took about 2 hours.
I was a fast learner.
He reached right for his wallet and said, teach me, teach me, teach me, teach me.
Is that right?
2 pizzas, 1 Mexican food, and wow. So did you win today? I didn't look at the scores.
I didn't fly this one because I haven't flown it here.
Oh yeah, with the wheel pants and everything, this crappy air.
And I thought better of it. So
Especially being you can dominate VSC anytime you want.
So I flew the Super Clown.
All right, and you lunched it.
And I was thinking, I had done 2 old-time patterns. I go to do the AMA pattern, I screw up the 8. Then I figure, how can I fix this without the judges knowing?
Yeah, no, they're not gonna know.
And then it was in the ground.
This was in the ground?
No, the Super Clown. I brought my Super
This is a really nice plane.
It's a neat concept, you know, the little change that you did, your little individuality.
Well, you know what
Did
helped?
you see Harold Price's Crusader over there and that F4
Yeah.
Phantom, Billy Suarez Phantom?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff here today.
What this did for me is, like, when I take
Well,
the cowl off, this screen slides down from right
Well, it looks
here.
like storm windows.
Yeah, well, that's.
What is this?
Go to Sears, you find all
Sears
that stuff
storm
you want.
windows.
I
Yeah.
loved it. I was in that business. That's why I love this.
And you can slide the tank right out the front.
Oh, really?
You can slide the tail wheel right out the front on this plane. What a guy.
I gotta make the
Pretty
wheel
neat.
pan for the tail.
Pretty neat.
That Charlie Lickleader knew what he was doing when he designed that plane.
Better
Thing
believe
looks great in the air.
That plane was everybody's love affair. You know?
Yeah, but nobody ever built it the right way. They always built it with an Aries canopy and a, you know, I mean, a cheesy wheel pants and no cheek cowls. He did the canopy, Midgley molded up that canopy, the nose section all nice and fat like that.
Hell of a kit bash in RC, that face styling that's known so well for his work on with monocoque.
Right.
Yeah, he did I think it was maybe a Patrol plane. He got twin engine, square box cowling type affair. It's in one of the magazines, one of the new ones.
I know, I think this is one of the prettiest planes of all time.
That is.
It just has a look, and especially being a former air coupe owner.
Hey, let me ask you
yeah.
something. When are you going to rub out the Spitfire?
Soon. Mike's going to come over and show me how to rub it
A
out.
little bit of gloss there.
I need a rubbing out lesson.
It's coming.
Now, that plane has a Detroit type wing.
What's that, Spitfire?
The new one.
No, molded carbon fiber spar. All molded in one piece.
What about your rib structure?
But the ribs are like, well, like a ballerina.
Oh,
Well
okay.
spanned.
What's the guy's name? The guy can't think of his name. He's in the Hall of Fame. Avery or something? The guy that designed it came up with the idea. Just was in a Hall of Fame in the last vote. He's, they used that technology on the Aries, the Cobra, this plane.
Oh,
Hundreds
yeah.
of planes. A great idea.
The Detroit-
Paul Walker uses
Detroit-
it. Same thing.
What is the advantage of using this?
You could build a whole wing in a very little time, but then you lose time when you go to buff it out. You got to be careful not to buff through. It's a trade-off. Which he's going to find out the downside of the trade-off when he goes to buff it out, but
You haven't buffed this yet.
No.
it's nice just the way it is. Even if you didn't buff it out, who cares?
I buffed out a couple of panels.
Oh yeah, okay. It buffs up.
Yeah, it comes out nice.
Yeah. So you can see these
Now,
three here. That one isn't.
Is
That
this
one
a
is.
Shaw Brodak paint?
Yeah.
All Brodak. 100% Brodak.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Does it overshrink? In other words,
No, it doesn't overshrink. You wouldn't say it would overshrink.
No. The formulation for the shrink ratio is a proprietary number. That's why you can't buy aircraft paint. You can't buy airport paint and use it.
Hey, we'll be in touch, you know? There's things I need,
In other words,
so we'll be in touch.
Put that on and...
Oh, it's me, not the airplane.
So you got the concourse for the experts?
That's right.
All right. Good man. All right, we'll see you. See you at Brodax.
Yeah, no, I can't.
You're not going?
I got duty that weekend.
Duty? What's duty? Quit the job, man.
Yeah, I will.
You did that already. So did I.
The wife's almost making more than me. So she.
All right, now we're talking.
And then I just tell they don't like me at work anymore. I think
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
No, I'm doing oil burners again too. When you hydrant.
All right, cool.
It works all right.
Hey, it's a check, right?
There you go.
All right. See you, Tom.
So listen,
You're only going to run over to Ballerina. It's no big deal. Kajeski's limo service.
Hi, Mike. Goodbye, Mike.
Zoom.
Where was you?
Sleeping.
You weren't in the bathroom all this time, were you?
No, I just ran out of gas, that's all.
I find that hard to believe.
Take care, Wes.
All right, see you, James.
Pick up Jamie's trophy, 4th place.
You got 4th? All right, cool.
See ya. Bye, man.
All right, see you later. Oh, we missed the first part of Jim Damerell's flight, changing batteries in the camera. Moki 51 in this. Well, usually this time of day the air does get a little better, but today it's hung nasty right to the end. Bolivar shag nasty. Jim Damerell, 2 or 3 time, I'm not sure, Nats judge. Always one of the people that gives back to the hobby a lot. Always doing extra work around the club field, helping new guys learn to fly, helping Ken Thompson figure out how to raise fish. The list goes on and on. And truly, one of the former advanced winners of Nats winner. Truly one of the guys we've always enjoyed coming out and just having a flying session with, and having a bull session, and having multiple slices of pizza at any given time. And he will be at Brodax. We'll all be there. And if you're subscribing to the videos, of course you'll get them. You'll have them 3 days after the contest. Well, my name isn't Elliot Scott. People in Europe, you'll have them in 4 days. 5 days the most. Now, how much better than that can I do? I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be a good one. And today was just a warm-up for the Brodax meet.
Take care.
You ready?
Yeah. You want to Brodax? No, I told you.
most of the calls from somebody if you call them up and get that.
Is that a 51, Jim, or a 40?
Way rich. Way rich.
Mike Chioda up, second official flight. Getting ready right now to round out. This will probably be one of, I think there's one more expert to go. Andy Lee flying his second flight with the P-38. One of the people we're looking forward to seeing again is Wayne Triven with his ME 111 twin engine with the carbon fiber gas tanks. There's just more stuff. If you ask me, the event is at its all-time peak of interest, especially in semi-scale planes. Planes that somehow look a little bit, and I say a little bit, like the real plane. I don't think there's ever been more interest in it in the time I've known the hobby. And anyway, we are coming down to the end of the day. second official. Get launched by his daughter. And we are coming up on the last 2 or 3 flights. It's already starting to get dark. I don't know how you could describe the success of this event without thanking Rich Peabody. He has just done, as always, a super administrative job, taking care of all the details, including getting us a new tent for the food place, the outhouse, the grass mowing, the field maintenance. In the time that he was the president of Circle Burners, the club became a very professionally run organization, and Roy Waters taken over and just filled in the blanks. All the things are set in place, the grass cutting, the maintenance, treasury work. An excellent administrator. He approaches the club activity on a professional level, and it shows on events like this and the way people support them. It's just an incredible, incredible good day. I don't know how else to say it. Hey. And even though his health has been down and out the last little, I don't know, year, maybe 6, 8 months, he's never let us down at the club, and I give him my personal thanks. And I know the people around here, the local people, thank him for all he's done too.
Getting ready for Wendy's flight for the fly-off for the Reinhardt Cup. This is a award that's made to the flyer who can most improve his winning score of the classes of the expert, advanced, and intermediate classes.
Now I know Mike Costello said the battery went dead on the last flight, and we didn't have the spare battery. It was in the car. My fault. Anyway, we'll try to see about the trophy presentation. This is the last fly-off. They're having the last flight for the fly-off for the Reinhardt Cup. We'll try to get some of the trophy presentation. Boy, it's been a long day, but it's been a good one. As the day is winding down here, the tents are being taken down. And we've added to the tradition of the GSCB Fall Stunt June Meet. And it has been probably one of the most memorable. We're just waiting for the results of who won the Reinhardt Cup. Last official, do we call this official? No, this is the Reinhardt flight.
49 to 53.
Now, right now, I bet you're thinking, boy, I'm glad we repaired that plane last year. Boy, was that a smart move. All right, this will be the last flight of the day. I'll bet right now Kyle is saying, boy, am I glad we repaired this plane. I can win that cup. All he's got to do is put in a nice flight. The air is absolutely perfect. This is what you wait for. You get that last shot at the basket, and nobody's watching you, and you're out. Reggie Miller's on the bench. He fouled out. All you got to do is sink a three-pointer here, and you go home with the cup. Nice 2-4 run. Anyway, Kyle, one of our favorite people. And he is a good one. Black belt karate expert. In case anybody threatens to beat me up, steal my Spitfire, we'll call Kyle on him. Anyway, Billy Suarez, I think, already left. Tom McLean left. He had the time of his life, I'm sure. I'd Bill Flyers playing a few times. Got to relive some of the memories of Harold Price's Crusader, and boy, those are memories. If you live 1,000 years, you'll never forget it. When Harold first came out with that plane and the retracts went up on takeoff, wow, he stunned the crowd. You know, nowadays with RC stuff, almost everybody can have oil. Retracts wouldn't even be a big deal. But back in those days when nobody had all these electronic gizmos, it was a big deal. And if you ever look at the plans of the Crusader and you see how he did it, it was really, really something special. When at the end of a day like this, when it's really, you're all sweated up and tired and hot, and your feet feel like they're sitting in 2 melting candles, and I can't imagine what kind of odors my sweat is giving off. The hat is soaking wet. But it's the essence of model aviation. It's why we do this. And you look around and see all the other people that stayed for the duration, all the hardcores. And a special thanks to Chris Damarell again for keeping score all day. She stayed out there in the sun all day. Did a great job. Chris, we owe you one. Believe me. A lot of times the guys flying, they get all wrapped up in their tune pipes and their planes and Spitfires, and They forget to say thanks to the girl keeping score. Well, you know what? We really do appreciate it. A great job. And on a day this hot, and just think how many times Shireen has done that. Jim Lee's wife, Lila Lee, I don't know, I'm probably leaving people out. Dave Fitzgerald's wife, all the people that have contributed, I don't know personally. Without them, believe me, big problem, big problem. And many times, I think even last year, Karen shared in the scorekeeping with the girls, and they pitch in so that one girl doesn't have to do it all. And it's still a big job. You imagine when you're like Chris sitting out there all day, all by yourself doing it. All right, you're coming up on the end of a good flight, Kyle, and it's up to the scorekeepers now. What they do, they take the intermediate flyer, the winner, and your flight, my flight, and basically it boils down to whose score on this fly-off flight went up or went down the least. And we'll go over to the score table before this battery runs out. Nice flight. Late for work.
We did something because it's the 25th anniversary. They had beauty awards, and the first time there were pallets, and apparently it was stuff out of Hunt's garbage. Am I allowed to say that on this tape?
What do I care?
Anyway,
nobody's gonna hit me, that's for sure.
Picked theirs up. Winner of the intermediate. Wendy picked these. And by the way, I asked Wendy to recuse himself from this. The bottom line is we know he's got the prettiest airplane on the field. And I think
this unprecedented statement.
Wonderful job.
I agree.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. This one goes to Bill Mazzoni. This is for the intermediate effort.
And it's an SV11. We don't want to hear about it. It's a Cardinal. Right, Bill. Say that on SV11.
We did old-time stunt with flaps, without flaps. We did it all. Third place old-time stunt, conventional old-time stunt, was Al Knight.
Hey! You get a free trip to England.
Second place was Mike Costello. Was this the one you did crash on, Mike?
Oh, no.
Airplanes all the trees. And in first place was Kyle Freeman.
Hey!
Okay, we also had Mike Costello stepped on his airplane, so I didn't get a picture of his third place in the phase 2. Larry Scarenzi, where's Larry Scarenzi?
Sleeping in the car. Hey, Larry! Woo! You woke him up? Hit him with a kabasi.
3 points. Al Knight edges him out. 3 points.
Oh! Ooh! Better retabulate those scores.
Now, see, we asked for Larry, and he's napping, you know. 2 hours after the contest is over, he says, do I get to fly yet? We inaugurated this year.
I know, yeah.
This cup that's you take this home for a year, come back and get your perpetual, your real trophy next year. I'm going to figure out who won this and get a plate with the names on it. And for his superior effort, the Spirit of 52 award goes to Larry.
Hey, Larry! Woo! By the way, dinner is on Larry tonight. We'll all be starving. We'll all be a napkin. A free napkin.
Okay,
congratulations.
I'm going to just award the guys who were here. In the intermediate, in second place, was Griffin.
Way!
Winning this, now we got to watch this because the drugs are really starting to kick in now, aren't they? Classic stunt intermediate.
Hey!
Advanced expert was a shootout because we used a 25-point handicap. Andy thought, yeah, I don't know whether he thought he should have been an advanced or expert, but didn't matter. He didn't win. In second place was the dumb kid. Where's Kyle Freeman?
Oh, boo! Kyle, show him your karate chop. Give him a karate chop.
And winning this with no handicap was Jim Borelli.
Hey, Jimmy! Woo!
We're going to Tampa Intermediate, third place, Glenn Kaler.
Hey!
Second place went home. Again, winning it. In qualifying for the Reinhardt Cup, we use intermediate, advanced, and expert flyers. Was the Richards guy again.
Whoa! Philly Flyers! Whoa! Whoa!
Wendy, did you get this on tape?
Yeah, I smell free supper, Bill.
Philly Flyers hat. Philly Flyers, Philly Flyers. Turn around.
We need Philly Flyers underwear.
Okay, in advanced in a shootout, and I appreciate all your patience. Third place, Don Herdman.
Hey, Don! Whoa!
Second place, after cooking and judging all day, Randy Hallcroft.
Whoa, Randy!
And winning this, and also qualifying for the Reinhardt Cup, Kyle Freeman.
Whoa!
The dumb kid.
Boy, hey, you want to practice your karate, Kyle? I'll hold him.
You know what happened? Third place, the expert went home. Second place was Danny Banjak. He took Judge Phil.
Hey, Danny!
560. 560.
Whoa, whoa, get that Mustang done.
Wendy with his first place with his brand new Spitfire. I-beam wing. Thanks, Win.
Thanks, Rich.
567 qualified for the Reinhardt Cup. In beginner, we flew classic stunt. And again, appreciate all your patience, but we had 4 women flying, 3 kids. Mary, she didn't crash. Yeah.
How did the kids crash?
In third place in classic stunt, Christina Saunders.
Hey! Woo!
Second place in classic stunt was Mary Ann.
Hey, Mary!
And winner was another Richards. I think this hill's going around here.
Whoa! Hey!
Second place.
Boy, they know how to make you feel good, huh?
What's your name? Tropicano or something like that? Tropicano? How do you?
No, that's a lot, yeah.
Master Lockman, I'm supposed to know how to say that? This guy was in second.
Hey!
And Richards flying his biplane. Biplane beat them all. Imagine if
Oh! Oh!
we've got here is the Reinhardt Cup, and there's some good names. This is, again, this 25th year of this. The Hunts donated it. Talked to Bob the other day. What? Don't dent it. First name on there is Bill Simons. There's some big names on here. Wendy's on there. Jimmy Cassell's on here. Glenn Metter. Anyway, Wendy's won it for the last several years. Since 1991, I think, or 90. You've had it in your possession, right?
Nah, other guys have won it.
Not since
I just took their names off. Put my own name on.
Score went up when we fly for the Reinhardt Cup. If you improve your score, you know that's how we look for the biggest improvement. Kyle's score went up 6 points, which was way less than 1%. Wendy's went up 1.9%. And this Richards kid, where is he?
Where is he?
Went up 6%.
Whoa! Woo-hoo! Woo! Oh! The Julia eat your heart out. Woo! Oh! All right. Now look, it's about $32 to have it engraved. Congratulations.
Thanks,
Peel these off.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna throw my name. There goes my name. Oh, you know what you really should do?
Thanks a lot.
Get a picture. Let's see if we can get some photographs with you, the cup, and the plane
All right.
for stunt news.
Yeah.
You want to get anybody still have film in their camera?
Yeah, I do.
I'm the calculated 75%
Yes,
of
man,
the
I got
stuff
film
here.
everything. All right.
And she'd swear it was more, but I was keeping track.
Oh, let me go get my plate.
Hey!
So thank Carmen. I'd like to thank everyone.
Chris, send him a bill.
for a long day. And it was good fun, and thanks.
Hey! All right, now do you have any speech you want to say? Anything you want to say to President Clinton?
No.
You're a legend. Are you kidding? You're like Billy Simons and Jimmy Casale and... All right. Get you psyched up to do some building this winter, huh? You better buy that to Julia some pizza. He said nice things about you.
Randy, that was my last picture. Yeah, you don't need no stinking Nobler.
All right.
I don't remember smashing any Nobler on that.
You don't need it anymore.
That went away real fast.
You don't even know where you are.
Bill, you're part of a great tradition. Believe me, look at the names on that cup.
I'm tickled to death. This is unbelievable.
No, you were a hockey player. Yay!
Yeah, let's go fill it up with beer.
This is a non-alcoholic hobby.